So I have done some more poster research and I found some other really good ones for all different types of genres that I think are really good, just examples to help me improve what I can do in mine. So this is a poster for a film called Zoo. The way I think this is a really interesting picture is the fact that you can see the horse's face and then the reflection of a man's in his eye, so there's obviously a link between the horse and the man in the picture. I also like how it links with the sentence underneath the title, "We are not who we appear to be," so the idea that the horse is not who it appears to be, as in the fact that maybe it is the human inside or something. There's some link there to the man. I also think there's really good lighting here, it's just quite strong, and then you've just got the contrast between the brown of the horse and just the black background. It works really well, and then you've just got the white text as well, again contrasting with the black background. So the main focus is then on the image of the man in the eye and the strain on the horse's face, so it all works really well together. And your eyes are drawn to the horse's eyes, so you know straight away there's a link, and it's unusual to see something in an eye like that, and it's just quite different and nice, and I would quite like to work out some way of doing that with mine, photoshopping in an image where it shouldn't be type thing, so you don't expect it and then it makes you remember the image, so an audience would then remember the poster. So this is a poster for the neo-noir brick. I realise I hadn't analysed it yet already. It's got the iconic image, and probably the most famous image from the film, on the poster, which I have already analysed in the video looking at brick screenshots. So here you've got the constant colour of white coming through, so you've got it in the text, so you've got the title at the top, which is bold and big in the top of the page, so it's the first thing you see, and then that's linked with the rest of the text at the bottom of the page, which is again white, and also with the girl's shirt, which is also white, so you link all three together and you know that she's probably a main part of the film. So analysing the actual image, like I had before, you've got the colours which all are associated with like innocence and purity, with the blue bracelets and the white, so you are meant to think that she's an innocent character. The way her hand is positioned on the floor would suggest she is hurt, lying on the floor, either dead or hurt. But the way it's in the water could also suggest the idea that of the tranquil setting, like I said in the other video. But what I've just thought of that I haven't said yet, it could also create a reflection of her hand in the water. So then you've got the idea of two personalities. So you're seeing the innocent, vulnerable side now that she's dead and free from all the corruption. However, there was an evil side to her that brought her into that area already. And as well, the colouring all links in with the water, with the blue, and it also creates lightings and shadows on the water to again suggest different personalities and create sort of enigma codes and hiding things from the audience. You don't know what's underneath the water. So this is a poster for the film Bug. What I just really saw when I picked this one out was the way I could use this for a femme fatale. So you've got this female character in the middle of the screen, in the middle of the frame, all in black, so that creates the connotations of evil and danger. Maybe she's not a very nice character, with just the light on her face. She's not looking directly at the camera, so again you're interested in seeing what she's about. And also you've got this frame around her with all these patterns and things coming off of it, all in black again, to suggest she's evil, or maybe expresses her evil on other people and she's malicious to other people's behaviour. So it all sort of linked in with me as to a femme fatale, and it all worked, and I thought it would work nice. I believe I wanted to do something like this with the sort of lighting they used, and also in the background you just got the black and white sort of blurry background, so again it's not easy to see, there's not anything there, but it's not easy to see that there's not anything there, so again creating enigma codes for the audience. And it's just quite an interesting image really. It's all sort of, doesn't give much away, so you want to then go and see the film. The next one is a poster for Red Road. What I just liked in this image was the fact you don't need to have the characters in the film. You can have like a scene or a set that you've used in the film as part of the poster. So they've got a big skyscraper of flats here, and the use of the camera is also in focus here, so you know there's some sort of maybe watching going on in this film. There's some sort of secrets maybe, and they have to be watched or followed, or the idea that someone's following someone else, stalking, that sort of thing. So it creates a lot of ideas, as items can create a lot of symbolism without you even realising it. You've also got the blue skies, which are normally suggestive of openness and freedom. However, the big building of flats sort of blocks this to suggest there's maybe a character in this film or part of the story where someone's trapped or not able to be free or from something else. I also like the way the writing's in white and quite small, sort of blends in with the sky, so you look at that and you'll be able to see the text there. And also how it says Red Road, but there's no red in the image, so again another contrast. Maybe there's a lot of contrasts in the plot, but we don't know yet. Yeah, and I just really liked it, and I also like the fact that you can see in the background another group of flats, but again smaller, as if to maybe say that it could maybe represent, the buildings could maybe represent characters. So you've got the high flats here, the main dominant character, and then the smaller flats could suggest another person that's less dominant in the film, or hides behind them maybe, or hasn't got the control over the situation like the first building has. So I also think it's quite interesting in that way. And also the way that the lighting in the building is only some random windows I liked to suggest only some people are in, you don't know who's watching, that sort of thing. It's all just can create a lot of big enigma codes and ideas that I think I could use in mine. So say I wanted to go and take a shot of where we film something, instead of having the characters in it, you could create a lot of questions that a reader would interpret from the poster before they've even gone to see the film. The next one I found that was quite interesting was Taxi to the Dark Side. So the way the text is spread out, you've got different colours for different words. So to the is a lot lighter than taxi and dark side, so those words are obviously the ones they want to emphasise, especially the word dark, as it tells you a little bit about the story, that obviously someone goes into something depressing and they're sort of doomed, maybe they're turned corrupt, that sort of thing, so you know that something evil is going to happen. Looking at the image, you've got I love the way they've linked the feet of the three men to the flag of the United States, so you've got a link there. So they also look like they're dressed in soldiers' uniforms, so maybe they're fighting from America in another country. And the middleman, they're holding a sack on their head, so you know maybe there's someone being held hostage or something like that. So you're giving away a lot just from an image. As well as that, I like the way it looks like a form. So you've got, if you look at where the text is, there's stamps on it and lines and stuff to suggest it's sort of a form layout, as if there's something to do with offices and the top people in the government that rule over the army in America. That's something to do with holding this person hostage maybe, or that what happens in the film. So there's a lot of that's given away in the film without you realising it. Especially, I really like the way that they've photoshopped in the form over the text, so you link the two together and you know there's some sort of connection there. And I also like the way they've made it so the people in the distance, they're hiding their faces, that you're not giving away any identities yet until you go and see the film, so that you sort of want to find out who they are and what they're doing. And they've also emphasised the colour red on the flag, which has the connotations of danger and a sort of a warning to again suggest maybe there's some corruption going on within the American government or something in this film, or to do with the army. And the last one I found is the Machinist poster. I really liked the image in this one and the ideas that came across to me from this poster. So you've got the title in like a white font, and the rest of the text is also in this font, so it all links together like in a lot of the posters. So you've got like a constant theme throughout the poster. As well as that, if you look at the actual image, you've got like a camouflagey background. It sort of looks stained, as if there's some sort of like some sort of evil, or it just looks dirty and it's not going to be very nice type thing, you get the impression for. And as well as that, you've got a post-it note with, and they started to play Hangman, but it came across to me that this is probably some sort of thriller or horror film, and you've got the hangman is drawn without any arms or legs, just the head, to suggest maybe someone's going to die or some death. What I also loved about this is all the words that says Trevor Resnick is 4 letters from the truth, and you've got 4 spaces on the hangman that he needs to fill in, and the last 2 being ER. The first word that came to my head was killer. So again, you're told the sort of genre of the film and what it's going to be like. So there's obviously some sort of murder, and it's going to be quite gruesome. The use of the green in the background as well, you could analyse just the idea that it's twisting normal conventions, because green is normally associated with sort of not evil connotations at all, but here they're sort of making it evil, sort of as if it's a stain, maybe like a person stained someone else's life by killing them. I just like the layout of it and the format, so you've got the image at the top, and then you've got just a big gap before you got to the title, just so it's just interesting really, and then spread out and quite simple. You don't really need anything more on there.